Consistency is one of my favorite forms of alchemy. It's one of the best forms of alchemy because all the effort you've put in, all the hard work you were doing, it surely does manifest. No matter if you're working hard to stay broke, or working hard to become or stay rich, or working hard in the gym. Like when most of this information clicked for me was when I was in the gym one day. Bearing in mind, like, I kind of go I think that day was the first time I went in like a week, and I was looking at myself in the mirror while working out, thinking like, I come here, I do whatever, I come whenever I want, and I still end up getting where I want to get to. It doesn't matter what plan I have, what days, increments, what days I have scheduled to go, or what that my diet is. I mean, okay, your diet does matter, like, when you're working out, but like, I can still pretty much eat anything, right? And I can train with whoever I want, right? And use whatever workout they're on, and I still look good, and I can still get to the goal I'm trying to get to, strength-wise and physique-wise. And I just thought to myself, it's all about the mindset. That's the only thing that matters. And that's when everything clicked, bro. On my life, that's when everything clicked. Like, I was like, wait, what? Like, hold on. All the stuff I've been reading, like, and researching, I think I just cracked it, like, in the simplistic format, at least. That all I had to do was discipline myself in the mindset I was cultivating for that future version of myself, right? The future version of me that has the strength, has the looks, the physique, looks. My face is fine. All I had to do was have conviction within that mindset. And that mindset is a vibrational signature, and vibration is energy and motion, and becomes a frequency, and the frequency that you're holding the most, more often than not, more often, is the frequency that will consolidate within reality around you. And when I say consolidate, it doesn't necessarily mean physical objects or circumstances. The physical consolidation can be your actions too. You doing an actual action can be part of the frequency. And you can't outdo or outrun your frequency, right? You can do the right actions, but still be in the wrong frequency, which will produce the wrong physical frequency. But if you can hold the correct frequency, hold conviction in that frequency, that conviction is the oven that bakes the bread. So, well, let me say it like this: the more conviction you have, the better baked your frequency will come out physically, sorry. And your frequency, your mindset is just the ideal, right? All it is an ideal. An ideal is your vision, your aspiration, whatever situation you see yourself in, literally. It doesn't matter if it's good. It doesn't have to be superficial, like Lamborghinis, $2,000 million. That's not even $2 million. But as long as you got to the situation you see yourself in, and try not to you know what, never mind, I don't want to talk about that. But yeah, I realized that as long as I was consistent in that mindset, no matter what I did, how I did it, I still got to where I wanted to get to, and I made an impact by getting there. I still made an impact, and that's all because I chose to do what resonated with me. at the time. Because before this my gym arc, I actually first was thinking, how do I get to a better version of myself, that I'm in a better mental state, physical state. Actually, I don't really, yeah, a more appealing physical state. And one where I could look in the mirror and be happy with myself, which is nothing more than your mindset. By the way, it's not necessarily your physical appearance, but the frequency, or the mindset that or the awareness of knowing that your physical doesn't matter, that all it is about what it is you're holding internally, that affects what's going on around you outside, to the point, so you don't even need to be going into the gym, if that makes sense. You can put yourself into a frequency, an awareness where you're happy with yourself physically, and that it doesn't matter how you look physically necessarily, and that your physical appearance, even if it may not superficially be a good looking, you know what I mean, the jawline, the shoulders, the abs, it doesn't matter anyway. You're still happy with that because it still works for you. It sounds a bit like delusion, but delusion is how you get. Delusion is part of alchemy. It is part of setting into motion for things that resonate with who you want to be to come to you, instead of you trying to, force your way to it. And force is never a good thing to try to do. It's better to attract than to chase. Because any force exerted, an equal amount of force will be met with that same force. Equal and opposite. By Newton's third law, I believe. So what's the point I'm making? The point I'm making is that to stay consistent, stay disciplined in holding that mindset. And that is true prayer too, for you Christians or religious people out there. True prayer is to be able to hold within your mind your ideal and have conviction, and conviction is the highest form of faith. Have conviction in that ideal, so much conviction that you're in it now, even if the physical isn't there. That's the highest form of faith, and Jesus had that faith, that same faith in himself, that he can raise Lazarus from the dead. That level of conviction where he was able to praise God for Lazarus being raised from the dead before he even saw or did anything to Lazarus, right? That is the level of conviction you need to have. The level of conviction that sets you up for immense disappointment if it doesn't manifest. Yeah. And to all you guys that are putting the work in, putting your effort in, doing the same things that you think is the right things, that are doing the right things that resonate with who you want to be, keep sticking to it. Be proud of yourself. Remember that each and every day is a new opportunity for you to pour even more conviction into the actions that you're doing, the actions that you're taking. And things are being set into motion. You just don't see it, right? Because you're not the one that's manifesting, it's God's work. And always keep that realization in the front of your mind, that God is the one that's doing things, not you. God is the one that's manifesting, not you. So you only have to worry about keeping yourself aligned mentally, spiritually, and physically and allow God to do what he needs to do to get you to where you need to be.
Where kill more gay conore Jẹun tó dára lásìkò máa jẹun jù ṣé o gbọ́?
What's that even mean?